My girlfriend stole our $1 billion company and married my brother the day I was fired and disowned by my own family. They thought they'd crushed me, left me with nothing. They were wrong. Now I'm back to claim everything they stole, the company, the power, the revenge. And it all starts with this contract. Layoff notice? You've got to be kidding. I stared at the email again, the words blurry. I'd helped build this company from the ground up. How could I be laid off? Panic twisted in my gut. Susan. I had to talk to Susan. She was a founder too. She'd know what was going on. Frantically, I fired off a text. HR says I'm out. What's going on? The reply came back almost instantly, but not with the reassurance I'd hoped for. Just two cold, crushing words, we're over. My mind reeled. Just last week, we were talking about the wedding. What had changed? Fuming, I marched to the hotel where the party was in full swing. As I entered, the air crackled with tension as people started to give me all sorts of looks. Susan, radiant and confident, was on stage painting a rosy picture of the company's future. My anger simmered with a grim expression. I cut through the crowd and stormed up to the stage. Susan's smile vanished, replaced by a cold glare. Security, she snapped. How did this riffraff get in? Ignoring her barb, I demanded, Susan, explain this. Why am I laid off? The question hung heavy in the air. Whispers rippled through the crowd, laced with mockery. He really thinks he's the boss. How's he have the nerve to talk like that? Someone said. Yeah, just a guy who relies on his girlfriend. Wearing a suit doesn't make him important, another chimed in. My blood ran cold. I'd always prided myself on keeping a cool head, but this blatant disrespect was infuriating. Susan, aware of the murmurs, spoke in a clipped tone. That's right. You've been fired, Mr. Morgan. And uninvited. Her voice turned steely. As we move towards an IPO, we need to streamline operations. You, unfortunately, are no longer a part of that vision. But everyone else, she continued, her voice taking on a saccharine sweetness, raises and promotions are coming your way. Cheers erupted from the crowd, a stark contrast to the icy knot forming in my stomach. As security guards, summoned by Susan, ushered me out, a cowardly kick landed on my leg from behind. A woman's voice, dripping with disdain, echoed in the hallway. Just a freeloader. Good riddance. At least Susan's got brains. Without him weighing her down, she'll make a fortune. Outside, the winter air bit, the snow a cold mirror to my own heart. Susan and I had built Morgan Thompson Group from scratch after graduation. I had poured my blood, sweat, and tears into this company. Now, because I lacked shares and held only a facade of power, I was expendable. Laid off from the company I had helped create. There was no way I was leaving without answers. The next morning, the company felt like a stranger's territory. My office, once a space that hung with my energy, was now occupied by someone else. In the corner, a few boxes awaited me. Inside were my laptop, framed photos, and the remnants of my professional life here. Pushing open the door, I found my brother, Peyton Morgan, lounging in my chair, a smirk playing on his lips. Rough morning, Charlie? He greeted with a mocking lilt. Ignoring him, I strode towards the incriminating picture frame he was toying with, the one with me and Susan. Congratulations on your eviction, brother? He drawled, leaning back in the chair with a theatrical sigh. Or maybe I should congratulate you on your ex finding a new plaything? His words ignited a spark within me. And before I could stop myself, my fist connected with his jaw. A yelp escaped his lips, followed by a flurry of curses as he clutched his reddening face. Despite the pain, his arrogance remained intact. In fact, he seemed to think that this was all I could do since I was desperate. Nice one, Charlie, he sneered. You have nothing left now. Let's see how you fight me with empty pockets. A cold anger settled over me. Someone with nothing to lose has nothing to fear from someone who has everything to protect, I countered, leaving him sputtering in the stolen chair. The whispers that greeted me as I walked through the corridors felt like a swarm of hungry mosquitoes. If they enjoyed gossip so much, maybe I should have fired half of them when I had the chance, I thought bitterly. I continued to storm towards Susan's office, kicking the door open with a resounding bang. Susan, startled, whirled around, her face a mask of fury. What do you think you're doing? Still think you own the place? I took a deep breath, trying to control the storm brewing within. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more.